What is up? What is up? What is up, YouTube? This is your boy Chase Bristow, the Gay Nomad. I am more awake now, and I will, ooh, it's hot out here. Out of this jacket. Oh. Ooh. I want to tell you guys about Metro piece of shit. I mean, PCS. And why I think owning Annabelle or Chucky would be a much better deal than owning the phone that I had. First off, where do I begin? YouTube, the service was so slow. First, it started out with buffering. I mean, come on. If they can think of technology out there and come up with technology that can create a robot that is so lifelike that it becomes a guest star on the Jimmy Fallon show, and they can come up with robots that deliver food to your door, why can't Metro come up with a phone that doesn't buffer when you're watching a YouTube video? I mean, that Sophia robot, she's technology. Why can't they do that with phones? She doesn't buffer. Those delivery robots don't buffer. And Facebook, man, it took me about 25 minutes to post a comment. 45 minutes of buffering for a 2-minute video. I worked so hard to get my sanity back all this time while I was here in Tulsa, and while I was in Florida too, but that phone undid everything. It took away my sanity. It was evil. And the buffering, the 25 minutes to post a comment, and then the screen would shut off randomly. On the good days when the phone wasn't buffering, it was the screen that was the issue. I couldn't see anything. I'd get notifications. Sometimes when people would call me, the calls wouldn't go through. I wouldn't even get notification that I'd get a call. And then sometimes I would go on Grindr, and it would take about, I would have to shut the app off, turn the app back on, close out, open up, close out, open up for about I don't know, an hour or so before I could even respond to a message. So it was awful. It wasn't a phone, it was a horror movie. I would love to make it into one. I need to make it into a horror movie. I need to get in touch with a producer so they could make a horror movie out of it. Seriously. The buffering, I got cock blocked by my own phone on a hookup app. Because by the time I said hi back, they already found somebody else and had them sitting in their living room. It was awful. The screen would shut off. Then I went around Tulsa, all over town, all day, missed work, on Saturday. I missed work on Saturday because of it, and showed up after my shift, and it was like an hour before close. Thank God they didn't fire me. But I also found out that I got hired at another job, and they called me. They wanted to set up an interview. It was Spirit Halloween, which I'm working at, but they called me when the store opened, but I didn't know because the call didn't go through. I could have been working for them all along. And I went in to ask about it about a week or so ago. Told them my phone was in the shop because the screen was cracked. Got it out of the shop after paying $120 to have the screen fixed, and it still had the same issues. I took it to MetroPCS. They reset it. Still the buffering continued. Then the screen issues continued. The screen shut off. The buffering continued. Nothing changed. And then I took it to a bunch of other repair shops all day long Saturday. Still, everybody thought the phone was in perfect condition. Everybody said it looks good. They don't know what's wrong with it. The one guy at the repair shop took it apart and said it might be the motherboard. They don't fix motherboards. And I went through absolute hell. And then finally went to another MetroPCS on Sunday. And let me back it up to the beginning of the month. I was calling MetroPCS to make a payment to pay my phone bill, $80 a month. Right when I gave them my debit card information, they cut the phone off. The phone shut off. The call was gone. I called them back, and the calls didn't go through. I got through to the automated system, but as soon as it transferred over to a human being, so that I could, I hate talking to automated systems. I mean, a human being is calling them. Why can't a human being answer? Anyway, every time it would switch over from automated to human, the phone would cut off. And that was with everything. Because I called other places too. I forget which places, but I'd try to reach customer service, and right when the call was going to be switched over from automated system to a human, the phone would drop the call. And it was almost like somebody was controlling my phone and turning it into pure insanity. So then I went online to pay my bill in case, it didn't go through. And then they charged me twice. I had bought an animatronic from Costco. And because of charging me twice, the Costco canceled my order because I was like a couple dollars short of it. And I am beyond pissed because now I'm paying. I went online. I tried to get them to refund my order, my monthly payment, but now I'm paying for a phone until the end of next month that I don't even have. And when I was at Metro, This customer was there taking care of some phone issues. Very Christian guy. And he's sitting there, and I have this vacation coming up. I have my plane ticket, my show ticket, everything right on, right in my email. Like everything's attached to my email. My YouTube premium account, my Paramount Plus, Disney Plus, so I can watch movies when I have the time. My Desperate Housewives, my Golden Girls, my Odd Couple, my Mamma Mia, Cruella, On the Town, Evil Dead 2, The Wizard of Oz. Those are all my movies, all on my YouTube account, all attached to my email. Anyway, this guy watched my sanity just crack, and I just had a mental breakdown inside the MetroPCS on Sunday. I had to get to work. I was running late because it was like a day and a half of bullshit. So I left. They said they couldn't do anything. The Metro PCS that was on the other side of town said $60, and I managed to scrounge up $60 by going to my last resort, doing something I absolutely never wanted to do, which was call my parents, who I don't talk to, who threw me out because I'm gay, made my life a living hell, and they gave me like an hour lecture while I was on the phone at Metro PCS all the way on the other side of town, and then they tried calling me on my old phone, and they were about to give up, and then I finally reached them on my old phone because the phone was letting me pick up the call, and they said they're going to give me $60. But by that time, Metro was closed, and I was all the way on the other side of town, running all over the other side of town the next day, trying to get my phone repaired for free. Went to Metro PCS across the street from where I work, and that's where I had my mental breakdown because it's been 3 weeks of hell, 3 weeks of torment and torture, shit that nobody in the world should endure, over a phone and internet service that isn't even internet service or phone service. It was borderline abuse. It was abuse. It was torture. It was hell. It was torment. I went through psychological damage. Not only psychological damage, but I was drained of every penny I had because of this phone. It was a living nightmare. It was worse than anything I've ever encountered. Psychologically, mentally draining. And nobody should have to be put through that with anything. It was the equivalent of some woman being locked in a basement for years and whipped and abused and beaten up. I mean, that's pretty much what had happened to my brain, my mind, my sanity. It was just endless abuse towards it, with everything with this phone. And some guy saw the stress and everything else, and took me out to his car, said, "I'll get you a water, or I'll help you, I'll try to help you out." He said he had to go take care of issues in the Metro PCS. He gave me a business card. He said, "Where are you going to be in an hour?" I said, "I'm going to be at work. I don't even know if I'm going to make it through my shift. So I went to work. He said, call me from your office phone. I'll come by, I'll see what I can do. So I called him, I told him I was there. Then I called him back like a couple hours later. He said he's going to go home and he's going to come by. I called him in about an hour. Called him back a couple hours later. Went straight to voicemail. I was about to lose it. This was Saturday night. Saturday evening. And then around 6 o'clock, like 5:45, something like that, I called because I wanted to tell him that we were closing at 6 on Sunday. He said, I knew you guys were closing. I didn't have the time to go home and get there. I have some things to do. But my wife should be there any minute. There's this woman walking right towards me with a Dollar General bag, and she comes up to me. She's like, are you the guy from Metro that was at Metro this morning? I was like, hold on, I think your wife is here. She's right in front of me, actually. She handed me a Dollar General bag, and it was a brand new phone.
All ticket and confirmed passengers should be on board at this time. We are looking for the family of 4 reference Saw High, Ramsa High. Please report to gate B5, as well as...
Oh, go ahead to gate B5.
Please report to gate B5 for an on-time boarding and departure of your flight.
I'll get there on time. Hell. Anyway, so the lady gives me a Dollar General bag, and it has a phone. It has a phone card, unlimited everything. I was so relieved. And then I went to set it up in between assisting customers and ringing them up and all. And I think I may have given away a free balloon bouquet or something because I was so excited. I was putting stuff in bags that I didn't even ring up, I don't think. I don't know. I was so excited I was putting things on that was in the counter right in the bag. Forgetting to scan some items and giving them out for free. I was just blown away by their kindness and emotionally damaged and everything else. My mind was just scrambled eggs at that point. Scrambled and burnt eggs. So then I tried to get into my email, and it said I still had my old phone, and it was, still in good condition, but it wouldn't even turn on after about 20 different repair shops had dissected it and tried to figure out what the problem was, and it only made it worse because then it wouldn't charge, it wouldn't turn on or anything, and I just had a fake phone at that point. I think a couple of people may have forgot to put something back in it. And so I kept trying to log into my email address to get my phone set up to where I could access everything. And it kept saying, please verify your email by sending the 4-digit code that we sent you. I had my password. I logged in. I know my password. I know my email address. That should suffice. But no. They wanted me to check my text messages on a phone that no longer exists. At that point, I lost it. As soon as the store closed at 6 p.m., I took my other phone and just smashed it all over the parking lot, threw it around the store, and just lost my shit. Just made sure that phone was in as many pieces as I could possibly get it into, because it has taken me for every penny I had, working 3 jobs and still not having a penny to my name because of this phone. And when I went to MetroPCS, the one Metro said $60 out the door for a replacement phone. That was on the other side of town. The one across the street from my work wanted 120. It already has taken me for every penny I had. Why sink any more money? I paid 120 for a new screen because I thought that was the issue. I paid $80 um, for a phone bill because it hung up on me. It was devouring and harvesting my soul and my sanity. But I finally I finally got it to where I I finally had the bright idea to go to Walmart because I wanted to see if I could use Wi-Fi. And I did. I went to use Wi-Fi, and then I finally got back in. After 3 weeks of absolute hell, torture, and torment from a phone, I had just gotten over my PTSD and my trauma from being chased by a delivery robot in Hollywood, which you can find on my channel, by the way. There's a video of it. And on the channel that was deleted, there was another video where I was chased by an inventory robot in Walmart in Daytona. AI is a nightmare. Technology is a nightmare. And it does not like me. And I swear that phone was cursed and possessed by some evil entity that was trying to harvest my soul. And I would feel safer owning the real Annabelle or some possessed doll, because at least then I know that there would be death involved. I'd either be protected and it would go off and kill people who tried to fuck with me, or it would kill me. But this phone just ate me, ate at me. It just ate me alive from the inside out and exhausted me and tortured me in every psychological way possible. So somebody needs to get me in Hollywood and make a fucking movie out of it so it was worth the 3 weeks of hell that it put me through. And I want to star in it so I can get the fame I deserve. But now I'm at the airport about to go on my vacation that nearly didn't happen on account of the 3 possibilities: jail, mental hospital, or suicide. Anyway, I'm about to go. I fly out tonight. I'm going on vacation after 3 weeks of hell from the other phone, and that's why you guys should never go to MetroPCS.